Good morning, everybody. Today is March 12th, 2021, and we are going to be taking a look at gold, silver, the S&P 500, and Bitcoin. Welcome to gold on the weekly. And as I said yesterday, as long as gold could close above this green line, I was going to become a bull, expecting a 1 to 4 candle correction all the way up to at least this yellow line on the weekly chart. However, now that gold has broken back down and is looking like a more bearish than bullish candle at the moment, I am slowly shifting my opinion to more downside. And it looks like our 1 to 4 candle correction came on the daily and is now over. So I will be watching closely. We will see where the close of gold is and make a judgment call going into the weekend on that. On silver, silver is in a similar situation. You are having a rough pullback. If we close above this 30-period moving average, I think there is still more opportunity to either consolidate between these two moving averages or make another attempt to the upside. However, if we do manage to close below this 30-period moving average, I am expecting a trend downward to the $22 or 50-period moving average range. Going to the S&P 500, the S&P 500 made an all-time high yesterday. Did it make an all-time high close? I believe it did. Yes, it did. So we had the highest close in history on the S&P 500 yesterday, and I am bullish. Regardless, I think the count could go all the way to a 9. The weekly count is will flip to a green 1 anywhere above 3,934.70. So if we can get above $3,934.70, we will flip this candle to a green count. It is a very bullish candle still. If it closes above the midpoint of this 2 candle, I am expecting an acceleration to the upside on the weekly chart. The MACD is about to cross over. That is something to pay attention to, but it is still in the very, very positive zone. The RSI is in a nice bullish area, and I will be continuing to monitor that. GME opened today with a little bit of a gap between the close and the open on this. It's looking pretty good still. We'll see if you can challenge $300 again and keep riding up. All right, Bitcoin on the weekly. Bitcoin on the weekly is looking fantastic. We are either going to make a new closing. Well, we've definitely made a new swing. I don't know where the close is going to be, but we've definitely made a new swing secondary high. 58,155 and 58,354. We're within $150 of being at the all-time high again. I think this is going to break today. 7 candle, we did have a nasty sell-off where sellers are taking profit in this area. However, it looks like the buyers are actually starting to support the price. I think the pop could be coming on the daily either tomorrow or Sunday. I think we are going to print a 9, however. The 4-hour chart is my bread and butter. Beautifully, we came back and retested this bottom trend line, which is exactly what I told you I wanted to see. I did want to see a pullback for the RSI back into the 50s. We didn't make it that far. We got back into the 60s. And what I'm expecting now is an acceleration to the upside, followed by a move into the more dangerous overbought territory on the RSI to then set us up for another pullback to retest $58,000. And the MACD is trending down. The RSI is diverging a little bit, but because it's in the bullish territory and we're not overbought anymore, we're in a really, really good spot. This is the area I like to play in for the longest period of time. The last time we had something like this, we weren't nearly as strong on the RSI and we weren't in the overbought territory. We had a little bit of divergence here, and then we kind of dipped back down into the low 50s, followed by a massive swing that took us all the way from $48,000 to $58,000. And what I'm expecting to see is something similar play out on the RSI, where we are trending down, and we should be starting to get ready to move to the upside again. I just think we're going to be in a more overbought position than this previous high here. And there's 3 hours and 30 minutes left in this candle on Bitcoin. Where do I need this candle to close? Well, I think it's time we adjust our lines. So obviously I become a raging bull at the break of here. My midpoint that I want to see a close at is actually right above the midpoint of this 3 candles body. And the only time I get really worried is when we have a candle body close below this 2. So if we have a full candle body close below this 2, that's when I get worried. Even though this 2 did activate a short trade off of this 1, the close is what mattered for this. And the fundamental picture for me is really, really bullish on Bitcoin because of everything going on with the money printing. You know, if you're trying to value one asset to another and you keep making more of one asset relative to one that's stable and doesn't increase in supply, you do end up with a supply and demand type economics situation where the scarcity of the asset that is Bitcoin is becoming more valuable relative to the abundance of what is known as the dollar. And that's really what we're seeing here. It's not that the Bitcoin purchasing power has gone up. Well, it has, but the money has been inflated to an ungodly amount over the last 2 years. And so I am expecting this acceleration to keep continuing because the M2 money supply is skyrocketing. All right, that's enough for today, and I will be talking to you guys tomorrow. Expect a altcoin update either today or tomorrow. Bye for now.